My name's Sammy McGee. I'm 17 and my project is Sammies Toy Drive. So I was 15 when the tragedy at Robb Elementary School happened, and I just started my project by, I needed to do something to help, and a toy drive was the first thing I thought of in that realm of helping kids. What happened in Uvalde is like absolutely unthinkable, especially I'll never forget that night going on Facebook and seeing families posting on there and people just sharing it of families looking for their kids and just seeing all these pictures of them, and it was just something I couldn't step away from, and my response that I needed to do something just continually grew from it. So the steps were I just kind of immediately started reaching out to news stations, which I heard back from a couple of them. We did some stories. I built an Amazon wish list, and donations started piling in. It was incredible. Even the people at the post office were getting mad at me on how many donations were coming in. This project, it was like something that I was constantly praying on, and it was actually really neat because when I first started it, we were going to go to Uvalde in September of 2022, so less than 6 months after the tragedy. And I was constantly praying on it that everything would go perfect. Well, we ended up not being able to go then. So then just kept praying on it, and I ended up connecting with another high school shooting survivor, and she was doing an event in Uvalde. I partnered with her and I sent everything to Uvalde, and she was going to distribute it at her event. I was never going to visit Uvalde, and I kept praying on it. And one day before her event, she let me know that it was canceled. So I called the library director in Uvalde, and he's like, okay, we'll do an event, but there's a catch. And I was like, okay. He said, you have to be in Uvalde for it. So I talked to my mom. I thought for sure she'd say no, and she's like, okay, let's get our tickets. Within 24 hours, we had tickets to San Antonio. So it was like everything that, as I was praying on it, everything that felt like it was going wrong ended up being perfect because I was in Uvalde. So currently I'm doing a school supply drive because there was another incident at the Uvalde Middle School, and the families are requesting that the kids have clear backpacks, but most of the families can't afford clear backpacks. So we're working on collecting backpacks to fill with school supplies for each of the age groups between pre-K and 8th grade. We're also working on another play day event, which is what we had in Uvalde in November, so just the toys, and then we're gonna have therapy dogs, snow cones, food trucks, face paint, just all the fun stuff. And then I'm working on the KC project as well. So I was at work the day that the Super Bowl parade tragedy happened, and it was just an initial shock of it being so close to home, so I decided to work on another toy drive for them. I figured like, okay, so this is close to home, because normally this isn't a project that I would do because I focus on gun violence in schools. So doing a project like this is a little out of the ordinary for me, which is a little more difficult because making connections is a lot harder. But it is my hometown, so it's like I have to do something. So I've been working with, connecting with some of the families, getting the kids' wish lists, and then building an Amazon wish list based off of those. Well, thank you so much for all the support. I couldn't have done this without any of the support. Like, it's incredible. You can visit my website, sammiestoydrive.com, and then we also have Instagram and Facebook, which is just Sammie's Toy Drive. And just keep the families in Uvalde and now Kansas City in your prayers.